And we're back. I'm trying not to scream into the mic. And we're back with another one. I wanted to do a very simple episode today. We do apologize. We didn't we didn't go live last week or drop audio a couple days ago. Just busy. Been busy. Hey, actually, have you noticed next level? I'm actually a little darker.
You got some color.
Some color. I went to Death Valley last week. And I was there for a couple of days. So video coming soon on the travel channel. It was actually a lot of fun. I want to go back. But how you been?
Just trying to keep my head on my shoulders, That's how we roll.
Good thing it's attached, huh?
We'll see for how long.
All right. So today, this is going to be a streaming news episode. And I'm going to go as far as say this is the best app to get, period. And I'm going to tell you why in a second.
Do I guess?
You know what? I'll give you. You know what? Yeah, let's see if you can guess it. I'm going to give you three chances to guess. And I want to see if you can guess what it is and why it is. So, guess number one. What do you think?
I only have one that comes to mind. That's Disney Plus, because you love Disney Plus.
Okay, you win.
All right. I don't need three guesses.
Why Disney Plus?
Because it's the best bang for your buck. And content-wise, it's the one that most aligns to the content that you like to watch.
Okay.
And a lot of our followers as well, I would assume. But yeah, that's...
Yes to all of that. But...
Hold on. You started the episode. You forgot to tell people to check the sponsors down below.
Oh, crap. Make sure you guys do check the description below. Protect yourself. We got a good VPN down there. Make sure you guys do protect yourself. See, I was so excited about just talking about Disney Plus and some of the movies that were coming out, but yeah,
I just want to mention we've done a couple episodes in the past talking about VPNs and their multiple uses, and just for the fact that we've seen big box retailers change pricing on you depending on what city you live in. So a VPN can actually help you save money by changing your IP address when browsing certain websites. It was an age-old practice that if you are visiting a website to purchase plane tickets, you don't do it on your personal computer. Mm-hmm. Or you clear your cookies, or like you had to jump through so many hoops because the pricing they give you is not always, it's never the same when you go back, and you need a VPN to do those things. But those sales and marketing tactics are now gone well beyond the airline industry. So you really it's a tool. A VPN is a tool for you to use in a multitude of circumstances. And almost everybody who uses it for different reasons. So
this is true.
And we always talk about Buzz TV, BuzzTVGlobal.com, who's got some more Buzz TV boxes coming out real soon. It actually should be really soon. I should go and knock on their door and see what's up, because I don't think they've mailed you the new device.
They haven't sent me anything yet.
So I should go knock on their door and be like, yo, what's up?
Yeah, what's up? What's up, Esse?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but they definitely have some really good software on their boxes. I actually sent them a list of things that I wanted them to implement on their next software update. So that actually reminds me, I should be hitting up their development team and seeing how far along they are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And we need that Google, the official Google in there. If they did that, I kept telling them too. I'm like, if you guys just did that, NVIDIA Shield is like, they're not even in the conversation. NVIDIA hasn't done anything in a while now.
A decade.
And it's like, dude, if you guys,
Hold on. Credit is where credit's due. They've changed the remote every single year.
oh, excuse me, yeah, the one that cut my finger up. Yeah, if and you know what, I love my Nvidia Shield. It's not like I don't like it, but damn man, with that the Buzz TV 4900 that you could put a freaking a
Dude,
terabyte
no,
or
stop.
2 terabytes
You're
or
gonna make me say something I'm not allowed to say. You're honestly gonna make me say something I'm not allowed to say, and I can't be in this conversation right now.
don't. Well, I'm just expressing my opinions. They need Android TV on their thing, official Android TV, so that way all the apps, whatever they need to do to get Netflix, Hulu, Disney, like everything in 4K, that's what they need to do, and then that is your king box right there. That is the king box. But as far as that device is still a great NOS, great for streaming, great for the live, a lot of good stuff. So make sure you guys do check it out in the description below. Okay, back to topic. You guessed it, Disney Plus is number one. But you said because of the content that they have and the value of where it's at. Well, they just blew the door open completely. This episode is going to be based on what Disney has announced movie-wise. I'm not even bringing up TV shows because there's a lot of TV shows that Marvel's working on and Pixar and all kinds of stuff.
You're probably gonna say this, but just out of curiosity, did they give us the dates for some of the stuff that was supposed to come out this year that hasn't, like She-Hulk and Secret Invasion and stuff like that? Did they give us any dates? No, nothing yet.
No dates. Nope. No dates. So this is the list of movies that are currently in development. A list of movies. And you know what? Before I even get into that one, I'm gonna announce the list of Disney movies that are not in development yet, but they have been announced. Star Wars Untitled. There's an episode. Well, it's going to be episode whatever, 11 or 12 or whatever number they're in now. There's a Star Wars movie coming out, and who knows? Maybe it might be another Han Solo movie, or who knows? But 2025 and 2027 is when these two movies are coming out. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 untitled Disney live action movies that are coming. And the dates, which is very interesting, 3 of them are coming out next year. Oh, no, I'm sorry. 1 of them is coming out this year. Later, way late this year. 2 of them are coming out next year, and the other 3 are coming out in 2024. Do you want to take a wild guess on a live action, an untitled Disney live action movie?
Live action untitled movie.
Like, the first thing that comes into mind is, like, okay, they've already done Dumbo. I'm thinking like some of the old cartoons. Have they done Snow White yet? Yeah, The Huntsman.
Yeah.
They've done Cruella. I'm trying to think of what else. What's another Disney classic? They've done Beauty and the Beast. It's a hard one. You know what they haven't done? They haven't done the
Aquaman was kind of
which one?
Aquaman was kind of
That's not Disney.
Little Mermaid.
They've done have they done Little Mermaid? I don't know if they've done Little Mermaid.
I don't know.
Dude, you know which one would be a really good one that they haven't done yet? The Sword and the Stone.
Yeah. Okay.
That will be really, really good. Oh, another one. I
Another
don't know
one.
how they're going to do this one, but if they did bring a live action one, there is one called The Three Caballeros, and it was about just like three birds, and they're from different parts of the Latin Americas and stuff, except for Donald Duck. But it would be cool if they had like three different Hispanic guys traveling around and going into kind of like doing the same adventures that the birds did, but as people. It'd be a comedy.
Is
They've
Rescue
already done,
Rangers Disney?
dude. I was thinking about that too just now. Rescue Rangers. That's Disney.
Yeah.
How would
Give
they?
me a Rescue Rangers.
Yeah. How would they
They
do
haven't
that
talked
though?
about Rescue Rangers since Rescue Rangers was out. Like, why'd they drop that thing like a hot pocket?
I don't know. That was good though.
It was a good show. I love that show.
Yeah. Damn. Rescue Rangers.
Oh my god.
Oh man, that would be a good one. I don't know how they would do it cartoon wise, or no, it's a live action, so I don't know how they would. I guess it would be like The Lion King.
They had a Stuart Little. They can do Rescue Rangers. I don't care.
They could, yeah, they could. So I don't know. It's six. It's six of them. So who knows what they're doing? They could be sequels too.
They didn't say what they are.
No, it just says untitled Disney live action. They're not saying even the one that's coming out later this year. That's it. They're not announcing anything until later.
That's weird.
They're keeping this like under wraps. It's announced and it's coming. Okay, now here's another one. 1, 2, 3. 2 of them are coming out next year, and one of them is coming out 2024. It's an untitled Pixar movie.
Pixar. You can't really guess what Pixar is going to do
It's
because
hard.
Pixar comes out with some like things that you either never heard of or things that you never saw coming, and they're bangers.
Yeah.
Because Pixar works on shit for like years, and then all of a sudden they're like, "Here's a teaser," and you're like, "What?"
Well, I hope it's not another Toy Story, because that last one was sad. The last 2 were sad. I'm like, no, it'll make me cry. And then, we have that movie Lightyear coming out with Buzz.
That looks good.
That looks really good. I kind of hope they do one with Woody though, like Woody and like all his people in the West.
Show me a Woody before he was so depressed.
Yeah.
What made him depressed?
like do the Wild West of Woody, like exactly how they're doing Lightyear.
Yeah.
Do Woody and that whole gang when
Probably
like
would.
I hope they do something like that. I don't
Didn't they
know
do
if
one with the aliens?
they did one with the aliens, but I think that was like a short. I don't think that was like a full-fledged movie.
Did you see the YouTube video showing how the pizza truck was in every Pixar movie?
Yep. That's cool. So I don't know. I hope it's not another Cars.
Give me another Monsters Inc.
I'm torn about that.
Yeah, because they're gonna get so far away from what the original movie was, and I don't know how they're gonna do it.
It's like, do they do? Okay, so I don't know if you've seen the TV show Monsters Inc. There's an original show, Monsters Inc., and it's supposed to be Scully and the other guy, I forget their name, Gronkowski, Mike Wazowski.
Mike Wazowski.
It's about them two running the place, and they have a bunch of people that they're teaching, and they're the ones that are the scare or the comedians,
Yeah.
It's okay. It's not bad. It's okay. But if we got another Monsters, they did a Monsters Inc. when they changed the whole plant from horror to comedy, and then they did another one when they were kid or college students. What do you do next? Monsters Inc. Because the thing is that they have that TV show, which is okay, but I think they need them as the main characters.
Yeah.
And I think they should do like an after Like when they're old and they're like leaving or something. I don't know. Like they're passing the baton over. I don't know. I can see your wheels turning right now.
Well, I'm just like the monsters are just as scared of the kids as the kids are scared of the monsters.
Mm-hmm.
So it'd be cool to show why the monsters are scared of the kids. Like a way back. Like what did the kids do to make the monsters so scared?
You know what? That'll be cool if they did a prequel of the prequel and go back. Dude, you know what?
Chapter 1.
Yeah, dude, they should do where Scully's dad was the scarer. And they even before that, like you said, how they were figuring out that they needed power and they figured out this is the way to do it. And they had the abominable snow monster working there, and like, oh, dude, that'll actually, yeah.
See? I got some ideas. That idea. That's what I do over here.
You got some ideas.
Not just a pretty face.
Okay, so here's a couple other stuff that's been announced that's coming. Some of them I'm gonna pause for the cause because I'm gonna be like, wait, what? Some other ones be like, whatever. So, and I'm not gonna announce all of these, but just some of them. So. There is one called Happily Ever After in Labyrinth. That used to be a movie back then. So maybe that's a reboot. There's one called Lightspeed, Magic Kingdom, Mr. Ben. Was it Mr. Ben the dog? Or is that Benji?
No idea.
Like I'm thinking like really old. Okay, this one I'm actually kind of stoked about. Oz. The Great and Powerful 2.
That sounds good.
They're doing this a second one now. I'm kind of excited about that. Here's another one that I don't know how to feel. There's another Pirates of the Caribbean.
Pirates, what, 8? What are we at? 8, right?
Actually, no. Pirates of the Caribbean reboot.
What do you mean by reboot? They're not giving
Disney is looking to revive the Pirates franchise with a fresh start.
Nah. You gotta give me Sparrow. If you don't give me Sparrow, I don't care.
They'll give you Sparrow, but I bet you it's gonna be like a brand new actor. It won't be Johnny Depp.
I don't want it.
You don't want it.
I don't want it. Like, honestly, it's cool and all, but it's not Pirates of the Caribbean unless you give me like legitimate Sparrow. It could be a good movie. I need Sparrow.
Yeah.
Call it something else. I don't give a shit what you call it. It'll probably be a banger movie too.
It should be interesting. You know, they should do a Sparrow. Like, I know the whole Pirates of the Caribbean, but they should do a Sparrow movie.
A young Sparrow. Give me a young Sparrow.
There you go. Yeah, because I think with the first
a sober Sparrow before he was drunk.
Yeah, like I think the first Pirates, Johnny Depp was already older, and they had him already like he lost the Black Pearl. Yeah, let's do a whole freaking series of the prequel when he was a kid, like when he was like a young pirate.
Is he dead now? Is he dead? Like, is he?
I haven't seen the last 2 Pirates.
Okay, well, whatever. If he's dead, then have him do some time traveling.
Time travel?
Yeah, I'm telling you, bro. Go back, revisit himself as a youth, so he's in the movie too.
Oh shit!
They can do all kinds of shit. It's magical and mystical.
And then you see Captain America say, "Oh, you're in the wrong timeline."
This is my multiverse now.
My multiverse. Okay, here's another one. I'm kind of interested in this one. It's called Tiki, Tiki. Now, have you ever been to Disney?
Yes, but I don't remember any of it.
Okay, so
I was too young.
It's not even a ride. It's like a room. It's called the Tiki Room.
Okay.
And what you do is you walk in, and there's these birds everywhere, and they just kind of sing. They did like a TV show on this, like way back in the 60s, I think it was. But it's just it's interesting because that's everybody does the tiki room because it's one of those things where like, okay, you were on the roller coasters or you were on the rides, and then you just want to sit down and relax. That's the room to go to, and then they sing all these songs, and it's kind of like you're in the rainforest and stuff. I wonder if they're gonna do that. I think that would be cool if they do. So I don't know. I don't know. Okay, here we go. There is a lot of movies. Sound like Popeye. There's a lot of movies that are in official development. I'm not going to name them all. So on the announced side, there was 42 movies announced. On the development side, Disney has 100 movies that are currently being worked on as we speak. 100, bro. That's what I'm saying. This Disney Plus is gonna have a plethora of crap, dude. There's gonna be so much stuff in there. Okay,
That's what they do,
dude. And you know what? The content outside of Marvel and outside of Star Wars, they're coming up with some really good stuff too, man. Like some really good stuff. If you haven't seen Cruella, that's a really good freaking movie.
They have so much talent at their disposals.
Yeah. It's crazy. So, speaking of Cruella, there is a sequel coming, Cruella 2. That's going to be great. Emma Stone's coming back. I like her. I like her as an actress. If you haven't seen Aladdin 1, better watch it because Aladdin 2 is coming. There is... have you heard of Captain Nemo?
Captain Nemo? No.
Captain Nemo was like a really old, I think it was an old movie or TV show that they had way back when. They're doing one for today, a Captain Nemo of now. Which this one, it's based on the 2000 Leagues Under the Sea movie. Remember that? Have you heard of that?
What was it called?
2000 Leagues Under the Sea.
I've heard of it. I haven't seen it.
Okay. It's going to be based on that. So pretty excited. It's going to be based on, so 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, they had a captain named Nemo. So it's going to be based on him, which is awesome. Okay. We were talking about some live action movies that we don't know what might be coming out. Check this one out. This one's called Cinderella Evil Stepsisters.
Why are they so evil?
You've seen the cartoon Cinderella.
I know, but like, why? We know they're evil. Yeah. We were just told that they were evil because they were jealous of her.
It should be interesting, like why they're so mean about everything. They have some other ones coming out. Dr. Q. They have a Disney animated fantasy movie. Dark Life. Okay, back in the 80s, I think it was the 80s, maybe 70s. There's a movie called Flight of the Navigator. They're doing a new one. This one says the story plot. It looks like I think this is a reboot. A 12-year-old boy is abducted by an alien spacecraft and then reappears 8 years later, still the same age with no memory of what happened. Yeah, it looks like they're going to be doing that movie again, but with today's technologies. You have to see that movie if you haven't.
What's it called again?
Flight of the Navigator. You got to watch the original one because it's kind of interesting how they did it with this little alien dude and this kid and everything. It was interesting. It was very interesting. Fine. Okay. So you know the genie of Aladdin. There's gonna be a movie called Genies, and it's gonna focus on that genie that was trapped in the lamp of Aladdin, and it's gonna reveal how he got there. So it's called Genies with an S. So it's more than just one genie.
It's I'm not. Anyways,
What do you think?
there's just the whole concept of that is actually from like folklore of it's like Middle Eastern folklore, and
Mhm.
it's actually not even spelled that way. It's spelled with a J, not a G. So
Right.
yeah, it's interesting because you can do a whole bunch of other research on that stuff if people like that stuff. But it's pretty cool stuff to like look into, whatever.
Mhm.
Did I tell you that I actually watched Shang-Chi and the Eternals?
Ooh, what do you think? Okay. Okay, for one, we'll start with Eternals. We'll take a pause for the cause on this real quick. Pause for the cause. And actually, you know what? Real quick. I'm gonna name just these three movies, and then I want to talk about Shang-Chi and then Eternals, and then we'll resume this list. Okay. These three I'm interested on. They're gonna make Hercules. So there was an animated Hercules. It's gonna be a live action one called Hercules. Remember the Hunchback of Notre Dame?
Yeah,
Live action. And they're gonna have another live action of Inspector Gadget.
I can see that being funny,
Yeah.
but but here's the thing:
Give me Jim Carrey.
that would work,
Dude.
but they need to have a banger for Penny. If Penny isn't a really good actress, then you lost me. You can't like the focus really should be Penny because any dumbass could play the Doctor Gadget. Oh my god!
The doctor.
Like realistically, come on. Like Penny was the brains behind all that.
Yeah. Okay. Pause for the cause on this because this next list is intense. Shang-Chi. What'd you think?
It was okay.
Really?
I wasn't really. I didn't really. It just. I don't care.
Really?
I didn't really care.
Dude.
Didn't really care.
Shang-Chi opened up the world of
Yeah, I get it. It was a filler.
dragons and
It needed to be there in the story, and it needed to be there to take us to another place when we see our upcoming movies.
well, it's the whole martial arts. They're opening up the whole martial arts
Yeah.
which we've been missing.
That's cool. I get it. Danny Rand failed.
Ooh.
You're like, oh, that hurt.
Yeah. I agree. It started off good and
It
then
was great. It started as a banger. I fucking loved that show. Watched it religiously, and then one after the other. What's her name? That chick.
Jessica Jones.
Done. Dunzo. Like it's like the show went downhill after she banged what's his face.
Yeah.
Like
I know
after
what
that
you're talking
episode, it was like they stopped writing. I was like, what happened?
Yeah.
It
And
was good up until she banged him.
you know what? At the very end, though, when they were
Luke
showing
Cage.
him and Luke Cage like teaming up, I'm like, oh, dude, heroes for hire. Holy
That's
crap.
the shit. That's what it was
That's gonna
supposed to be.
Yeah.
And they forgot. They forgot where they were going.
Well, they were setting it up that very last episode when they showed them combined. But remember, Disney
No.
Disney cut everything out at that point.
Listen, I don't care what they were trying to set up. Their focus was just to make Danny a whiny little bitch.
Well, they did.
That's it.
But what they could do now, what they could do now. Have you seen Spider-Man yet?
Yeah, I watched Spider-Man too. I caught up on everything.
That's going to be a whole episode that we talk about. Okay, so now that we know they're using the Daredevil from Netflix with
I lost my shit when I seen him.
Dude, me too. I was okay.
Because he was good. He was good.
Great. He was great. So this is what they can do now. since they're saying Daredevil and Fisk and all these fools are now in the MCU, and they are confirming those characters were always in the MCU.
This is that
Now
multiverse.
I don't know yet. I don't know if this is the multiverse or if they were always there, but now they're going to actually.
Well, it's like they're just in a different city.
Right. So this is what I can see happening. They're going to continue with Daredevil. They're going to do a movie for him. They're going to pop him in probably into She-Hulk. They're going to do a great.
Yo, he needs a proper reboot.
He's going to.
Like he's a good actor and a good character. He just had a shitty script handed to him.
And you know what? I don't think it's a reboot. Let him continue his story.
Well, no,
with Disney now.
Yes, but a lot of people don't know his story because they didn't watch Daredevil. So let me reintroduce myself.
They could do a movie. They could do a movie on Daredevil and use him. And they could do kind of like a Captain America where they said this is your origin story.
Oh, you know what they should do? They should do a duet where it's like he's partnered with another lead character, but the focus is him. Because it would drive more people to be interested in who the hell is it. Like nobody really cared about the Winter Soldier. Nobody gave a shit about the Winter Soldier.
I already have your answer.
All right, give it to me.
Elektra.
Well, I thought Elektra already had a movie or some shit.
They had one, but it's not in this universe. And they did one with Daredevil, the Affleck back then with Elektra. No, they need to reboot Elektra in Daredevil because she's a badass assassin.
Yes, she is.
And if they could reboot, if they could do an origin with him,
give me an Elektra versus Black Widow. I want to see that shit,
dude. They could. Oh my gosh! But okay, so they could reboot that, and then they could bring back Jessica Jones. They could bring back Luke Cage. They could bring back all those characters, and do it the right way. Continue this. I think what they should do is continue the story. They should bring Heroes for Hire and have and continue the story of Luke Cage and Danny Rand. I'm actually really surprised he didn't like Shang-Chi. I thought that movie was just insanely well. Like the way they put it together was just so good.
Yeah, it was cool, but none of the characters I cared about.
I guess I could see that. I don't care about those
shit with
characters
Eternals.
either.
I don't give a shit about the Eternals.
Oh my gosh, bro!
I almost fell asleep during that shit.
The Eternals. That movie is setting it up for
I get it. It's a filler.
Thanos.
We need that shit. But
oh, dude, it's what they did. What they set up on that movie was it's gonna make Thanos look like freaking like Mickey Mouse, dude. Like it, the Eternals like setup. It's gonna be stupid, man. It's gonna like once all the movies start coming out. And then you're going to be like, oh, wait a minute. That was over here with the Eternals. And that movie over here is also the Eternals. And you're going to reference, I could almost guarantee you're going to reference about a dozen things from future movies back to that one. And then you're going to want to watch it again to be like, what did I miss back here? Because I don't understand this.
It's not just... So it's like a gateway because there's a lot of things that were sprinkled into other movies that the Eternals will start to make sense of, like Ego, or Ego, who is Ego? What is Ego? What is Star-Lord half of? What does that mean?
Or what about Star Fox?
Star Fox?
He was there at the end.
So, dude, you said Star Fox. You know who I immediately thought of?
The cartoon,
the Nintendo 64. That was a good game. It's a good game.
Yeah,
I don't know who Star Fox is.
I think that's supposed to, is it Star Fox? I'm pretty sure I'm saying his name right.
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah,
that's supposed to be Thanos' like half brother.
Yeah, that's what he said. He said he's Thanos' brother or some shit.
So
he's like, oh, Thanos had a deformity, and that's why he looked that way.
I thought, well, it's because he was Thanos is a deviant. That's why. So anyway, Eternals kind of answered a couple things from some of the movies that we've already seen, but in a very light, like what you said, Ego, the living planet, that's part of it. And then the whole thing with Thanos being related, and how some of these people have these powers. Dude, mutants, they're introducing mutants now, like within that movie. There's a lot of things that came up because of that movie that were like, hey, we just answered a lot of stuff that you might have been thinking about, but I'm not a big, again, kind of like Ant-Man and some of those characters. I'm just like, whatever. Shang-Chi, I've always been like, whatever. I'm like, who? Like, but I thought the movie was great, and it's going to be an amazing setup how they're doing it with the whole Doctor Strange and all that stuff. I think he's going to pop in there somewhere. Eternals, ooh, that it was a lot of story because they have to explain things that's going to happen, and people, I think you're going to appreciate that movie down the road. Okay, Spider-Man.
It was good.
I think that's the greatest movie of all time. They did something that has never been done before. And they didn't.
I think it's the best Spider-Man movie of all time.
I think it's the best of all time. Think about it. What they did back in the 90s with Tobey Maguire was a Spider-Man movie. They're like, let's make a Spider-Man movie. And it went into the early 2000s, something like that. They didn't think of like, oh, we're going to connect this later down the road. They're just like, hey, let's just do this movie. And after Spider-Man 3, they were like, okay, we're done. We're not doing that good anymore. And then they brought Andrew Garfield with The Amazing Spider-Man. And they were like, hey, we need to reboot this thing because Spider-Man's a big character and a lot of people like this character. We could be making a killing off of it. He only had 2 movies. He didn't last that long. And Disney came in and said, you know what? Screw you guys. Let us do it the right way, Sony. And Sony said, okay, fine. You guys do it. But it's still ours. We're just partnering up. Disney took that Spider-Man movie and did an amazing job with Homecoming and Part 2, whatever it's called, Far From Home. But this new one, they weren't setting it up to say, hey, let's bring all the Spider-Mans back. That kind of just fell on top of them and it'd be like, hey, you know what? Now that Thanos is gone and we're exploring time travel, we could easily bring back those guys. And why don't we we're opening up the doors for multiverse. Let's bring them all back and give a nod to, hey, you guys set this groundwork for us.
Yeah, pay your respects.
Yeah, and for them to do, like, when you think about it, to have multiple studios that have broken up, dude, to agree with what the for this, there's a rumor going on. This is how good this Spider-Man movie was. Everybody is asking for Tobey Maguire, Spider-Man 4. Everybody's asking for Andrew Garfield, Amazing Spider-Man 3. And everyone is asking for a Tom Holland, Spider-Man 4. And everybody is saying either Spider-Man 6 or whatever. All the Spider-Mans need to come back again. We have to do another one with all of them coming back, but with a Sinister Six, like a true Sinister Six. There is so many rumors going on right now about, okay, there's going to be 3 more Spider-Mans coming. I think it's already confirmed there's going to be a Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, Andrew Garfield Spider-Man, and another Tom Holland Spider-Man. All different, all back in their universes and everything. And I think Disney's actually going to be with their finger in that to help out. We got Morbius coming, and we got some other Spider-Man enemies or people-related movies that are coming that are probably going to cross over. I know Venom was in the conversation that probably is going to cross over somehow. We're going to have a new Venom within Tom Holland's Spider-Man. And I think now that Venom's going back, the question is where did he go? Is he in Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man, or is he in Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man? I want to say he's in Andrew Garfield's. And I have a feeling what they're going to do is, because remember, that's Lethal Protector. I have a feeling, think about this. Tobey Maguire had a Venom, Andrew Garfield didn't. That's where this Lethal Protector Venom's going to go. He left a little bit of Venom inside Tom Holland's Spider-Man, which means there's going to be there's going to be 3 Venoms and 3 Spider-Mans. You see what's happening right now?
Well, there was a little bit left over at the end there.
Yeah. And they already announced who it is. The guy that said, "Oh, I'm your best friend." The Flash. Dude, that's Venom. That's Venom in the comics.
That's Venom in the comics. That's right.
3 Venoms, 3 freaking Spider-Mans, bro. The setup to this,
you know movie, how difficult it must be to cast somebody in fucking Marvel. Like, think about it. Oh, we're just gonna cast all the school kids. Yeah. Nah, you can't just cast anybody for the school kids because they end up being fucking Venom.
Yeah. How crazy is that setup, though? That's what I'm saying. This movie, what they did with this one movie, like, and I have a lot of great movies, man. Braveheart, Pillars of the Earth, Matrix 1. Dude, I can name so many, like freaking Forrest Gump. There's like so many movies like that I call the greatest of all time that I'm like, these are like the best movies that you have to watch. And there's more. But what they did with this movie, they set up like a freaking launch pad. Like, they're just like, hey, look, let's put all these actors here on this launch pad and fling everybody all over the place, because now you guys could do all kinds of stuff. And then we'll circle back in a couple years and we'll bring them all together. It's going to be insane. What they're doing is going to be insane. So I've seen this movie so many times. I absolutely love this movie. Okay. Are you ready for the next list of Disney movies that are coming?
All right.
Okay. There's a ride called It's a Small World. They're making a movie called It's a Small World, and it's an adventure movie. Remember James and the Giant Peach?
Yeah.
They're doing another one.
It was a good movie.
Jungle Cruise 2.
I still need to watch the first one. I was really looking forward to watching the first one. I never did.
With The Rock. Yep. Dude, you got to see it. Okay. You're going to shit yourself when I say this one. You won't shit yourself when I first say it, but you will shit yourself when I add one thing afterwards. There's a Star Wars movie coming.
I don't care.
Oh, you will. Kevin Feige is taking over.
Well, that's good. That's good. Yeah. I'm not really a Star Wars guy. I'm more of a Trekkie. I'm a nerd.
It doesn't matter. Kevin Feige is taking over.
He's like the 2020 Michael Bay.
You know what? It says Kevin Feige and Michael Waldron. Who's Michael Waldron?
I don't know, but I'm just saying, back in the day, Michael Bay was big. If you've seen Michael Bay doing a movie, you're like, yeah, I got to see this, right? Kevin Feige is the new Michael Bay right now.
Yeah. So, okay, this is going to make you excited, like very excited. Michael Waldron is known for his work of Rick and Morty, Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness, the new one, and Loki. He is going to be working with Kevin Feige on this one. This is going to be insane. Okay, I'm going to move on. Lilo and Stitch.
Oh, I love Lilo and Stitch.
Yeah, movie coming. National Treasure 3.
This is a Nicolas Cage?
Nicolas Cage again, yeah.
What is he, like 80 now?
Probably.
Does he still have hair?
I don't
blow
know.
in the wind?
It's like receding. There's another ride on Disney called Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. There's also a cartoon, and it looks like there's going to be a movie now on this. Should be interesting. Oliver Twist movie coming soon. There's another one called Prince Charming. So I'm sure
Is that a live action?
it says live action.
Yeah.
I'm actually very excited about these two. The first one's called Night on Bald Mountain. It's a song. And they did a cartoon movie on this one, but it's supposed to be a movie, Night on Bald Mountain. I don't know how they're gonna do it, but this is one of my favorite classical pieces. It's not an easy song to play. It's really difficult, but it's a very interesting piece. So they're doing a movie out of it, so it's gonna be interesting. The other one's called Paul Revere. Now,
Why
if you
does
don't
that
know
sound familiar?
Paul Revere was the one that was on the horse riding through, I think it was Boston, saying the redcoats are coming. The redcoats are coming.
Right. Okay.
They're doing a movie on him.
What about a movie on Paul? What the hell's that guy's name? Is it Bunyan? The
Paul
guy with the
Bunyan?
big axe?
I haven't
He was a
seen
giant?
anything on here yet.
No, but I mean, I'm just saying, why haven't they done a movie on him? Because he used
They
to drag
should.
his axe and make all the canyons and shit, no?
Yeah. They should. There's another ride called Space Mountain. They're doing a movie on that. There is, do you remember this one? Sister Act?
Yeah.
They're doing a part 3. They're doing a Sister Act part 3 with Whoopi Goldberg and Tyler Perry. I thought they were funny. Okay. Here is some interesting stuff coming. Remember how we were talking about Rescue Rangers and all that?
Yeah.
There's a cartoon called The Aristocats.
Yeah, I know that one. That was a movie too.
It was a cartoon movie. They're doing a live action CGI movie on that. Like Lion King. That should be good.
Right.
Here we go. Star Wars. They're doing one called Knights of the Old Republic. It's supposed to be 4,000 years before the Galactic Empire. Hundreds of Jedi Knights have fallen in battle against the Sith. And Jedi leads an uprising against the Republic led by the villainous Darth Malak, a Sith Lord. So this is supposed to be like way back then. Another Star Wars movie called Taika Waititi. Oh, it's an untitled. Sorry, it's an untitled Taika Waititi, which is he played that rock guy in Thor.
Yeah.
He's gonna be helping write that story with Kevin Feige. Well, it's untitled. And then the other Star Wars movie is called Rogue Squadron. Some good stuff. Okay, here's the home stretch. The home stretch on some of these movies. The Jungle Book 2. If you haven't seen the first one, it was okay. It wasn't bad. Oh, dude, here it is. The Sword and the Stone.
There you go.
The Sword and the Stone. Hell yeah. I wonder who's actually, let me look at this thing. Brigham Taylor's going to be on it. Brian Cogman, Juan Carlos Fresnadillo. A young King Arthur is mentored by Merlin. Dude. This is interesting. Did you ever watch a movie back in the day called 3 Men and a Baby?
That sounds familiar. I don't know if I watched it, but I remember hearing the name.
It was a comedy way back when, in the 80s. And it was about 3 guys, bachelors, and they were taking care of a kid. And I think they ended up adopting them. So, dude, Zac Efron's in this. They're doing a reboot. And it's a comedy. So, should be good. There's a couple untitled movies. There's a Witch Project, a Baseball Project, a Hawaii Project. There's a couple of that. There's a one called White Fang, which was another old movie back in the day. And that pretty much wraps up the movies that are in development. Again, I'm not announcing all of them, but yeah. What do you think?
It's nice. I don't know if this signifies
Hip hop
hip
hip
hop
hopopotamus.
coming out of like a pandemic, because the last 2 years, we've had a couple bangers, but mostly it's like there wasn't a lot of variation, and I think that there's a lot of things that a lot of different people will like. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean? So that's good. I think it's good.
Yep. Okay, I'm gonna wrap it up with this one. I just did a quick of TV shows that are coming. These have somewhat dates, but we'll see. Um, oh, you're gonna be excited about this one. Okay, I'm not gonna mention stuff that already passed. I'll mention a couple things, but as you guys know, Moon Knight is like now. Starting next month. It just says spring. We have an Obi-Wan Kenobi coming. We have a Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers coming. This is
There
all
we
on
go.
Disney Plus TV show. In the summer, we got Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness. That's a movie. We have Baymax. You remember Baymax, right? He's getting his own thing. For October and December, there's going to be one called Hocus Pocus 2. I'm excited about that one. Pinocchio. That's live action. Star Wars Andor. Miss Marvel. A new Simpsons season number 33. Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special. Let's see. Sometime this year is going to be Cars on the Road, Zootopia number 2, another one called Willow. That's going to be great. Next year, they've announced X-Men 1997. I think that's a cartoon.
What?
Yeah.
What does that
What?
even mean?
What does that mean? So, I don't know. We'll have to see.
They said 1997.
Yeah. It says X-Men 97. Your eyes. Your eyes got so big right now.
Like, are you telling me that they're just? Never mind.
We'll see. Okay. These are release dates for this next list is TBA. So Diary of a Wimpy Kid, The Spiderwick Chronicles, She-Hulk, Secret Invasion, What If Season 2, Echo, Spider-Man Freshman Year, I Am Groot, Ironheart, Agatha House of Harkness,
Oh, that's
Marvel
gonna be good.
Zombies. Yeah, that's gonna be great. Secret Invasion, Peter Pan and Wendy, Mandalorian Season 3. Ooh, here's a good one. Night at the Museum, Episode 4 or Part 4 or whatever. It's called Kamun-Ra Rises Again.
Wait.
That's with Owen Wilson. And Robin Williams was in that.
Feel like that word was from a Marvel movie too.
Which one?
Kamara?
Kamun-Ra? Maybe. Is it? No. I don't know.
Whatever.
We'll have to look that one up. And then Star Wars The Bad Batch Season 2. So
You watching Halo?
Huh?
You watching Halo?
I'm not watching Halo.
I knew you were gonna say that. The first episode's out. I'm not watching because I know it's gonna be trash.
I don't know if you heard, but there isn't a WandaVision Season 2.
Like
Which
ever?
makes sense. From what they said that they have no plans on doing WandaVision Season 2, which makes sense. Because if you think about it, they left Agatha at her spot, and then they have Agatha Heart of Darkness, that's coming later. So I'm guessing she's gonna break the spell somehow, maybe. I don't know, or maybe she's gonna get out of it somehow. I don't know. That Rambeau chick, that's supposed to be one of the Marvels, so she's gonna appear later. Vision, White Vision, now he just came to realization that he is the Vision, and I think he went back to Wakanda. Because that's Source. That's where he was being taken apart, and then he died. So I think he's gonna go back to Wakanda to talk to Black Panther's sister, and I think he's gonna pop in Wakanda Forever.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Do you think Vision could fix an Eternal? Like, you know how Jolie was having dementia at the end of the movie?
Mm-hmm.
Like, do you think Vision could fix her dementia?
Possibly.
Right?
Possibly. Which would be interesting if he does.
Like, I think there's a lot of utility for Vision going forward now that Eternal's around. Because now we got celestial androids and what's it? Infinity Stone android. Like interacting all in one, you know what I mean? Like,
Mm-hmm.
and then obviously Iron Man, but like what plane of existence is your android from?
Yeah. It'll be interesting. I it'll be interesting. I'm trying to piece together so far what we've seen and what's gonna happen. You know, it's Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. I think it's gonna introduce horror. We're gonna be introduced to horror, the horror side of Marvel. I don't think it's gonna be like intense. I think it's gonna be like mellow. It's not going to be too harsh, but I think we're going to be introduced to horror a little bit. I know Moon Knight is opening up that door already. Also, actually, you know what? I should say this: Eternals opened up that door with horror. With Arthur, that boyfriend, whatever he was, that holds Excalibur. But Moon Knight is supposed to open up the whole thing with werewolves. I know Blade is coming later on. You know, we're getting into the whole supernatural stuff little by little. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, oh, there's a lot of stuff that's happening, man. I don't know. But now that I mentioned all of that stuff that's coming, oh, and all this stuff is coming within the next 2 years, maybe 3 at the most. Unless something gets delayed, which things do get delayed, I would say 4 years. 4 years at the most because of delays if something happens. But with that list that I mentioned, what do you think, man?
There's too much to be like, yeah, this. No,
Too
it's
much to
like
digest.
now this, then that, then this, then that, and this and this. It's like I know that monopolies usually aren't a good thing, but I think that in the case of Disney, it kind of is a good thing. Like I don't have to just be like, oh, this year's banger is the Marvel movie. No, Disney's got so many different studios under their belt that you're like, okay, this banger is this and that banger's this. Like I don't just have to be a one genre nerd.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
They
that's
have a
my answer.
lot. They have so much cartoons. They're rebooting some cartoons into live action. They're rebooting just some old movies into today's day and age. Um, I'm excited to see what Kevin Feige's gonna do with Star Wars. It's 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 gonna be very interesting the next couple years, and even this year, just to see what they're doing because they've already done a lot of stuff so far with like just Marvel. Like the last couple years, it's like man. So I don't know. Anybody out there listening to us, let us know what you guys think. What is it that you're excited about? Did we miss anything that Disney has announced? Did we miss anything on a date? I know some dates are probably going to be announced pretty soon, like She-Hulk, Secret Invasions, stuff like that. Um, should be pretty interesting. I don't know. You've seen What If, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What if opened up the door Well, no, I would say, you know what? I would say Captain America was the one that opened up the door for the multiverse. At the end of Avengers 4, and he was taking the stones back, he stayed in the 20s and grew up as old man Cap. But in his timeline, that's not what happened. So he created a whole different timeline when he did that.
Yes.
And then Loki came forward and said, "Look, check this out. This is what's happening behind the scenes with freaking what's his name? Um, oh my gosh, what's his name? The black guy.
Oh, I know who you're talking about, but I don't know his name.
The villain. Fuck, I forgot his name now. Kane? Conquer. Kane the Conqueror. Is it Kane the Conqueror?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking
It
a
is.
lot
It
of
is. It is. It is. Yeah. Yeah. It is. It
So
is.
it showed the possibility of that. And then we saw around the same timeline, I'm not bringing up what if yet. Around the same timeline, we saw Spider-Man and Doctor Strange open it up, and it looked very similar to Loki. At the end of Loki, when things were splitting all over the place, with Doctor Strange, or I'm sorry, with what if opened everything up where it's like, hey, this is the possibility of what's going to happen, and it's not just a possibility, this is what's happening. My question to you is,
Oh no.
here we go. We know the multiverse of madness is happening, and we know there's going to be more Spider-Man. Obviously, they've introduced Venom. We know Vision is going all over the place, and Scarlet Witch is going to be a multiverse of madness. The Marvels are going to be coming up pretty soon. There's a lot of stuff that's happening right now. Where do you see What If season 2? Where can they go with that?
Do they announce a date for that? Because I don't think it should be anytime soon. Like, what
No.
if season 2? Okay, so here's the thing. I honestly believe that what if seasons should only be released after a saga. So, like, if we go into see how we did the Thanos saga, and that's done. So the next saga, whatever it is, then what if season 2 starts from there? I don't think that what if should be like mid saga. That doesn't make any sense to me.
I think from what I saw, it's to be announced. It's supposed to come out within the next like 2 years, maybe 3. I don't know. But it's the
Probably
thing is
3.
that
So we need to run a saga
yeah.
first. We need to run a saga. So like after the Eternal saga, whatever the Eternals bring us, then give us a what if.
That's a
Right?
long time from now. That could be like 6, 7, 8 years.
Maybe, but you can't speculate what if season 2 is going to give us unless we know for sure who's the big bad. Like, is Adam Warlock going to be in there? Like, there's some big bad characters, both good, bad, and vigilante, that still need to come out and play a big role, a huge role.
I could see personally a what if season 2, and they remember at the end of season 1 they put Black Widow into a different timeline in a different universe, because in her universe I think everybody was like zombies, everybody was dead, and they put
Yes.
Black Widow in a different place where their Black Widow was dead.
Right. I don't know.
What if that Black Widow shows up in the MCU, like the actual live action stuff?
I hope not. I'm not really a huge zombie fan.
No, not the. Well, there is a zombies. There's one called Zombies, Marvel Zombies that are coming. But I mean, I'm talking about Black Widow though. Black Widow's not a zombie. Her world got overran. Actually, you know what? No, it didn't get overran by zombies. Vision. I think Vision was the one that killed everybody.
Well, she was a zombie like witch. and he was feeding her people.
Who was the one that was? No, hold on a second. Somebody was. I'm pretty sure this was Black Widow. Um, the last episode. What if last episode was it Gamora? Oh, it was Black Widow. It was Black Widow.
Yeah, she was a zombie witch.
No,
And
she
Vision
wasn't.
was feeding her.
Mm-mm.
Wait, I'm thinking about Scarlet Witch.
You're thinking about Scarlet Witch, yeah. Scarlet Witch became a zombie. No. And okay, so I just pulled it up. At the end of episode 9, the version of Black Widow from the universe where Ultron won, where Ultron killed everybody on her world, tells the Watcher, please don't send me back. She's the only one that survived that apocalypse. The Watcher sends Natasha Romanoff to a different multiverse where their Black Widow was already dead. I can see with What If I could see somehow Black Widow making her way back into. I don't know if it's going to be Scarlett Johansson. I hope it's a different Black Widow. I don't know. It could be the
I really like her sister.
I like her. Oh, her sister Haley, whatever her name is, dude. I love her.
Great. She did a great job.
Yeah,
Great job.
awesome.
She needs her own movie. Like, honest, like, you know what would be a dope movie? What do they call her sister? She has a name or some shit?
Black Widow.
She's a Black Widow too, right?
Yeah.
So like her sister teaming up with the fucking Winter Soldier. That would be a dope movie, I think.
I know she's teaming up with the Dark Avengers or Thunderbolts or I don't know what the hell like the fake Captain America and then the like
Patriot, the Patriot.
Yeah, the Patriot agent, whatever. Like, yeah, they're forming a different Avengers thing that's going to be government ran, but she's part of that. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, they definitely need to do something with her, and they will. I'm sure it's coming.
Great actress. She did such a good job in that role. It was hilarious.
So I think, What If season 2, because it is a cartoon, and I really wish it was like live action, but it's fine. They could only get so much done with live action. But I can see them using What If season 2 to bring certain people back. Remember, Black Panther is dead. He passed. How are they going to explain that in the next movie? It's going to be very emotional. Like, it's going to be like, how are they going to do this? Like, literally, how are they going to explain that this Black Panther, the actor Chadwick, no longer is in the MCU? How, I'm pretty sure at the very end they're going to say in loving memory of. I get it. But how are they going to explain that in the movie? They're going to have to do something to show that he is gone. It might, and you know what? It might even be something where, remember at the end of Avengers 4, where they had like the gravestone, and they were saying their goodbyes to Black Widow and to people who passed away, to Iron Man. Remember?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
They should probably do something like that, like introduce the movie where they're all standing in front of a grave or something. And they're saying like, we'll miss you, son. We'll miss you, brother. We love you, or something like that. Just to be like, just answer that question quick. What happened? You know what I mean? And then who's the next Black Panther? And I think What If is the solution to that. I think What If can be the thing that actually solves that question. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
you know what they could even do? Ooh, this could be freaking juicy. So remember how the Vision was going to different multiverses, killing people? In What If?
Yeah.
What they should do is they're there at the grave site of Black Panther, and everyone's saying like, we miss you, and I can't believe Vision did this. Like make it seem like Vision popped in there, killed him, and he's popping around everywhere killing people. Don't show it, obviously, but show the White Vision appear in Wakanda, and everyone's like, you. How intense would that be? The sister was trying to help him out. She
When
sees
does
a
her
version of
movie
him
come out?
come over and kill him. Dude, huh?
When does her movie come out?
Who? The sister?
Doesn't she have a movie?
No. There's a TV show coming, I think, about Wakanda. I forgot what it was called, but there's a TV show called the Wakandians or something. I don't know. But in the comics, she also becomes the Black Panther in the long run.
Right.
And then there's a movie called Black Panther, Wakanda Forever.
Yeah, Wakanda Forever. When's that coming out?
I thought it was this year, but it might be next year. There's too much happening this year, man. There's too much happening. Like, I don't know how they're going to resolve that, but I really do hope they set him off and they explain why and then move on with the stories. And I really do hope, dude. Okay, I threw the first plot at you, right? The bad Vision from What If comes over and killed, and he's the one that killed Black Panther. And they said we need to get revenge or whatever. The White Vision shows up. Remember, the bad Vision from What If is dead, but the White Vision from WandaVision is alive. He goes back to Source, back to Wakanda to figure out like what the hell's going on. They freak out because they think he's the bad one that killed the brother, right? And then because of this whole multiverse thing, remember, Killmonger is dead. What if he pops in as the Black Panther from his multiverse, and they're like, what are you doing? And now they have those two guys running around, and they're actually both good. You know, dude, they could do so many things with this.
What if?
What if? And what if could be the answer to it? I don't know.
What if?
Oh. This is a lot of good stuff, dude. It could be a lot of good stuff. Okay. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. We could probably keep ranting for a while on everything that's going on here. It's a lot of stuff. But hope you guys appreciate it. Make sure you guys do leave us a comment below. Let us know what you guys think. What are you guys excited about? What have we missed? Are there dates for stuff that we might have missed? Leave us a comment. We'd love to hear from you and interact with you guys. Next level, anything you got to say before we get the hell out of here?
You know what I say, guys? Thank you guys for listening to another episode of Beyond the Streams. Wherever you guys are listening to us, make sure you leave us a review so other people like yourself can find the content that you enjoy. If you want to be a part of the conversation, be a part of the community, make sure you come over every Thursday, roughly around 3 p.m., 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for our weekly live show on the Beyond the Streams YouTube channel. You never know where the conversation is going to go. You never know who we're going to have on. We have other content creators and other people from companies of products and services that you're probably already using, and if not, you should check them out. We also have the BS Clips channel where you get nice little bite-sized clips of some of the episodes you might have missed, so make sure you check that out. Have all the notifications turned on so you never miss any more of that BS. We'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.